Alright guys, thank you all for joining the stream. Today we're going to be forging out a little camp skinning knife made from a coil spring. So here we go. If I can get my chat working real quick. Forge is still warming up just a little bit. Hit my hat. Let's see. trying to be able to see where I can see the chat. I don't know. My phone's a little goofy. There we are. It's a nice heat. I don't know what's up with my phone. I got an old phone, and it just does not like cooperating. I think I got it now. I think I got it. Maybe not. Jeez. This phone. Well, anyway, I'm really happy, guys. The channel passed 1,000 subscribers yesterday. That's a huge milestone for me. Very happy. So thank you all for that. We'll be doing a giveaway. I'm giving away a knife. I want to do a series on that here in a little bit. This knife isn't for the giveaway, but that'll be upcoming. So I'm making a knife today. It's going to be a camp knife, and I'm making it out of some coil spring here. So before I went live, I just cut me a little section, and that's what we're working with now. Yeah, so now we're just working from the tip, and we're just going to work our way down to the tang. That'd be funny to, so the comment was, imagine telling a car owner that you made a knife with their car. That's funny. I never thought about telling somebody that, but that would be hilarious. So since this is a camp knife, I want this knife to be pretty thick. It's going to be about 1/4 inch thick, maybe a little bit less. So I want it to be able to take some abuse. I'll probably cut a little bit off this little billet of steel we have because it's a little bit too long. But I want to make sure I have enough steel before I cut. I don't know what's up with this coal. It just doesn't seem like it wants to burn well. The fire just seems kind of cold today. Yeah, so that's a lot of steel for the knife that I want to make, so we need to cut maybe like that much off. So we're going to do that with what is called a hot cut. So you just have a chisel, and then you'll heat it up red hot, and then you can just cut the metal right here. You don't have to get a grinder or anything. What is up with my phone? Daggone. I can't see chat right now because my phone is just acting up. It's like it works and then sometimes it doesn't. Alright. So now we just need to cut off maybe like 3/4 of an inch. We'll do a little bit more. Alright, so now we just have to break this off. Just on the edge of the anvil, break it off. There we go. Alright, so now we need to isolate the tang portion. And how we're going to do that is with this piece. This is what I call like the separator and the isolator. I can't remember the official name of it, but this is used to press on both sides of it and we'll isolate the tang. I'll show you what that means in a minute. Alright, so now I got it nice and hot. We'll put maybe 2 inches on there, maybe 1.5 inches. Alright, there we go. So now we isolated that tang right there. And now I can hammer down to that mark. This is the cleanest way I've found to forge out a hidden tang. Because now that leaves you a nice round radius, so you don't have any sharp corners that'll end up being a fracture point. So I don't know what's up with my phone. I really hate that, because some of y'all ask questions and I'd like to be able to answer those questions. Okay, here we go. I got chat now. Good. Oh yeah, I love Japanese knives. Japanese knives are just really cool. I like the style they have. Oh yeah, I'd love to be able to forge Damascus. Maybe one day whenever I get the equipment, but right now, this would almost be a joke to try to forge weld. So what type of forge do you all prefer? Do you like coal, coke, charcoal, propane, wood? What's y'all's preferred method? Might be able to do a poll. Let me see. I don't know how to do a poll. But anyway, so the question is, what's y'all's favorite type of forge? You like coal, wood, propane, coal. Yeah, coal's the best. I think so. Yeah. Well, so coal and propane has their advantages. Coal It's like the romantic side of blacksmithing. You know, you have to maintain your fire. You can burn your pieces. Propane's like the easy way of doing it, but it's expensive. It's very expensive. But you could do more production work with propane. So there's pros and cons to it. Like if I'm doing a single piece project like this, I would use coal. It's just more efficient, in my opinion. Easier on my pocketbook, that's for sure. Yeah, coal's by far the hottest. Now, this forge I have here is made for charcoal, so using coal when it's not the greatest. It doesn't have a clinker breaker or anything. So. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it back on the separator so I can get a nice clean radius again. This helps with the fit up with the handle later. That's all it takes. I want to try to leave this tang as beefy as possible because I don't want a weak tang. That's a big no in my opinion. Oh yeah, the induction forges are pretty cool. I forgot about putting that as an option. Yeah, induction forges are cool, just very expensive. Does it use a lot of power? That's my question. Because I know you're not using it very long, just long enough to heat the piece up. But I wonder how bad it is on your power bill. Alright, so now we kind of got the tang defined right now. It's not where I'd like it to be. So now I'm just going to work on the tip of the blade. Yeah guys, so those are just jointed. I'm working on a camp knife made from a coil spring that I got right here. So I just cut up a piece before I started streaming, and that's where we're at so far. It's going to be, you know, like a skinning knife. That's my intentions of it. Just kind of like an all-around bushcraft knife. Induction forges can get 4,000 degrees? Holy cow. I did not know that. So, if it can get to 4,000 degrees, you could you could forge weld with it. Is it hard to forge weld? Like, how easy is that? Huh. Huh. Yeah, so someone said the stream's a little laggy. It's probably my side, because I'm outside and I don't really have a good connection. Well, I do, but it can be spotty. So it's probably my side. So look, I like the shape of that. That's looking pretty good. I'm liking the thickness is pretty even on this. Alright, so now I'm going to try to start forging in the bevels. So I'm going to hold the piece at a slight angle, and then I'm also going to have my hammer at a slight angle. So that way I'm hitting both sides and I'm working both sides at the same time. Oh yeah, so Jordan, I'm in West Virginia, so I'm in the United States. It's beautiful out here. It is amazing. The ice is on the trees. Well, it's kind of melted off now, but this morning, my goodness, it was beautiful. So I'm going to hold it at a slight angle, and then I'm hammering at an angle. So I'm beveling both sides. So as you're beveling this side, the blade naturally curves upwards. So we'll have to fix that later on. Hey, yo! Thank you, man. Breck in demand sent 100 bits. Thank you, bro. Thank you. That's the first donation of the channel. Really appreciate it. W's in the chat, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's the first donation ever. That's crazy. Thank you, man. Alright, so you guys, I'm going to ask you the question. You guys are the deciding factor. Should I keep that little swoosh up, or should I just flatten it straight? I want to leave that up to you guys. So should I keep it kind of curved, almost like a skinning knife, or should I flatten it out so it's more of a utilitarian knife. But yeah, man, thank you, Breckadam, for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jordan, I'm going to try my best to keep the streams just nice and simple and just focused on it. I don't want to do anything too fancy. It's nice for me because I can just set the camera up and go to work. Now, I will be adding, hopefully soon, another camera. That'll be like right here on the anvil. Yeah, so I'll have another camera right here at the anvil so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'll have like a foot pedal that will switch to that camera. Okay. Okay, so everybody is saying to keep the blade swished up. So we're gonna keep it swished. I like that. Yeah. So someone asked, oh yeah, what I'm doing with the blade? Yeah, we're gonna swish it. So we're just gonna keep it the same way it is. Yes, those who don't know, when you bevel one side, it naturally curves the blade upwards. And so we're just going to keep that natural forward shape. Yeah, it's. I think everybody said swoosh. I don't know if anyone said they keep it straight or not, but that's pretty good. Yeah, so the anvil is like super cold right now, and yeah, you're right. As soon as I set the piece on it, it just sucks it right out. But it's not too cold today. I think it's like 30 degrees, so it's not too bad. It's been much worse. I think the coldest I've forged is 15 degrees, and that was miserable. Yeah, that's a beauty. I love that. Oh yeah, so the time is, let's see, 16. I'm in military time, 16. I'm at 1,600 hours, so that'd be, it's like 4 o'clock right now in America. Yeah. Alright. So now we're going to flip sides, and we're going to start forging the tang. Well, continue forging it. It's looking pretty good now. I just want to make sure this is a nice straight taper. Because when you're trying to do a burn-in and the taper is just all off, it's a terrible time trying to fit up a handle. I like that how we got a nice radial curve into the tang. I want that because I don't want it to be a stress point. Because that junction, intersection, whatever you want to call it, where the blade goes to a tang, that right there is the weakest point. It will break right there if it goes under a lot of stress. Oh yeah, yeah, good point. America has like 3 different time zones, 4 actually, if you counting Alaska. But, well, Alaska is America, so I should say that. So, in the East Coast, it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, this is going to be a sweet deer knife. I'd like that. I'd 100% use that. So I'm keeping the back of the spine super thick because my intentions before I started forging this was to have a nice camp knife. Now a camp knife to me is just a very nice rugged utility knife that you can abuse it a little bit, you can hammer it or whatever. So I want that thick spine. Oh yeah, this shirt, it's just some old shirt my grandpa gave me, and it's like 3x my size. So it probably looks a little bit goofy on me. I really need to raise this anvil up. It is way too low. Especially with all this snow that I'm standing on. I'm standing on like 4 inches of compacted snow, so it's way too low. But yeah, guys, that's looking sweet. But yeah, I'm really excited, guys. I will be trying to stream every day except Sunday. That's my day I, kind of take for rest. But I'm gonna be streaming every day, making a knife. I get a batch of these going, and then I kind of finish them on my own whenever I get my time. So I'm in college right now. I'm doing online stuff. So whenever I finish college, I do what I gotta do around the house, and then I come out here and start forging. So I'm gonna try to maybe make this where I can maybe get a little bit of income from it and do it maybe full time. But this is my first stream with being monetized, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's a cool thing to think about that, I finally hit the main goal on YouTube, which is to get monetized. And I just can't believe it's happening. But yeah, this knife is looking cool. I'm just working right here at the tang, trying to spread out some of that steel so it matches everything else. So it's all consistent. And I like forging all my blades as close as I can to done. I don't want to do a lot of grinding or anything else. I want to get it all done with the hammer. Now, obviously, I will have to do grinding, but I won't have to do that much. So, I'm going to ask you guys another question. So, what type of handle material should I use? I have, let's see, I have a few options. We could do a hickory handle, we could do oak, we could do black walnut. I got a cherry burl. I think I still have some of that left. I think that's all I have dried right now. So we have oak, hickory, black walnut, and a cherry burl. So you guys say in chat what you would think would be the best handle material. So let's see. Yeah, so the question is, what type of handle material should we do? We got oak. It's red oak, by the way. Red oak, hickory, black walnut, and then a cherry burl that I harvested. So one person says cherry. What else we got? Any other takers? I say this is probably my favorite knife I've ever forged, to be honest with you. Alright, so we have two people that said cherry. We got one person saying walnut. Okay, so it's still going. Huh, a cryoid barrel. I don't know what a cryoid barrel is. That's interesting. Is that like a... I don't even know what that is. If you can explain what that is, I'd be very grateful. Alright, so I think my tang is a little too long. I want to maybe cut off... I'll cut off just a little bit. So, what I'm going to do here, if y'all's never seen me do this on the channel, I got a chisel here. And we're going to do what's called a hot cut. And so I'm going to heat the piece up to red, and then I'll cut it with the chisel. And it's pretty easy to do, especially when it's this high of a temperature. So I'll probably cut maybe half an inch off, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more. And there we go, that's all it takes. And now, you just have to break it off. So you fold it back on itself, and then back over. And that's it. So now I'm going to give that back a little taper, and we should be good. So I got a little story here. I first started bladesmithing about 2 years ago, almost 2 years. And I started out with a dirt hole. And I had a leaf blower blowing into it for a forge. and I started out with basically nothing. So I bought like a cheap Amazon hammer that I had to rehandle because the synthetic crappy handle that came with it broke. And I never rehandled a hammer before, so let's just say that I've had to rehandle that one hammer maybe like 6 or 8 times by now, until I figured out how to properly handle a hammer. And then I made this one, which took me like 3 days. And yeah, it's been great. I've used this ever since, and it's wonderful. Now, I really need to go buy like a proper blacksmithing hammer made from a guy that knows what he's doing. But this does me good right now. Alright. Yeah, I know, my anvil is so low right now because I'm standing on like 4 inches of snow. So it's horrible. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. That is one beauty of a knife. I love that. Look at that. That is awesome. I love that. Now, I will be taking the grinder, and I'll be grinding that smooth. So I probably got like 30 minutes of grinding to do on this thing. That's not very much because we did a pretty good job forging that bevel and getting the geometry just right. But that'll be a great, camp knife, utility skinning knife, good deer knife, nice and thick, robust design to it. But anyway, it's been a great stream, guys. I really appreciate y'all watching. We finally got monetized. We're over 1,000 subscribers. So I really thank you all for that. It's been a great stream. We've had quite a few people watching. Thank you all for your comments, your support. Thank you for the guy who donated. Let me go back and just give a little shout out to him, because that was the first donation of the channel. Let's see. Well, oh, there it is. So thank you, Breckadam, for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it. That's the first donation. It just makes me feel happy that, this might be able to make a little bit of a living, maybe. But I enjoy doing it. So I'll be streaming just like this again the next day. Not tomorrow, but I'll be doing it every other day. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you like the stream, hit the like button. If you want to see more stuff like this, hit subscribe. But anyway, that's it for the day. We forged a beauty of a knife. Look at that. Nice skinning knife. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on Monday.